Okay, I'd like to tie a fly called the Reaper. When I say the Reaper, I'm talking more about the design than I am the materials that it's tied with. Normally a Reaper will have a body, will have some wings, have a hackle, and it'll have a thorax made out of some type of dubbing. I'm going to tie this today to represent a blue-wing olive, so I'm going to be using some colors that are consistent with a blue-wing olive's body. I'm going to tie it on a size 18. This is a Mustad C49S. It's a cling hanger style of hook. For thread, I'm going to be using some 10-aught white. I'm going to start my thread an eye length or so behind the eye. And put a few wraps of thread. For the body, I'm going to be using a material that's called super hair. It's a very thin material. You can see here I have 2 olive and 1 black. Notice I keep it on a little wire clip, which keeps it together and allows me to tie more than one fly with the 3 strands that I have. This stuff can get away from you. You can lose it very easily. Kind of use a pinch wrap to put it on top of the shank. Make a few soft wraps. Pull the ends back under the thread. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring the thread and the super hair on down the shank. Notice I'm going down around quite a ways down the shank. Okay, I'm going to spin my thread counterclockwise. This will flatten the thread out and allow me to put a good base down for the super hair. You can see how my thread is flattening out. Okay, just about there. Okay, I'm going to put in a half hitch to hold my thread in place. Okay, I'm going to hold my super hair straight up. I'm going to kind of fan it or move a little bit to try to get the 3 strands next to each other. Makes no difference what color they're in or alignment as long as they're next to each other. Okay, I'll bring that on up the hook shank. I want to make sure those stay together. And you can see they split on me. I want to keep tension on them and make a slight twist as I bring them up the shank. Okay, we'll get about a place for our above our point of our hook. Okay, we're going to tie that in place. Okay, we'll clip off the super hair. Put it back into my clip. And we'll tie off our white thread. Now we're going to switch over to a black 12-aught. Start that and put a base back towards the body. For the thorax, I'm going to be using some super fine dubbing. I'm going to be using a blue-wing olive color. And all I want is just a wisp. I don't want much at all, just a wisp of material. Okay, we're going to make a little ball here to elevate our wings when we tie them on. So we don't need much. Okay. Looks like we got some stragglers here. Okay, for the wings, I'm going to be using some pearl crystal flash. And again, I've attached it to a little clip, which will keep it together for me. Okay, I'm going to even off the ends. And I've got about 5 strands here. You don't need too many. Okay, we'll tie that in. And again, we'll pull it back underneath. Looks like we got one that came out. Okay, let's do that again. We're kind of short here on the number of strands that we got. I'm going to double this over and use what we've got here. I'll double it. Okay, we'll try that again. We'll pull back and lash it down to right up against the ball. Well, looks like we lost some more. Okay. Okay, we've got them up against the ball. Now I'm going to clip them off just a little bit longer than the length of the hook. Just a tad. Okay, for the hackle, I'm going to be using some Dun. This is a from a Whiting 100 pack. It's size 18. Okay, I'll pair the ends of this. And since this is such a small hackle, I'm not really too concerned about whether the concave or the convex side goes forward. They're so small that they'll hold up in the water well. Okay, we'll tie this on. Okay. Okay, and we'll bring my thread right behind the eye. I'm going to continue the thorax with this bluing olive dubbing. And again, I only want a wisp. Okay, I'm going to start wrapping that then back towards the wing. And notice I started at the eye and wrapped back. That'll allow me not to crowd my eye. Give me a good idea how much I need. Okay, I'm ready then to see if we can't get some stragglers here. Okay, I'm ready to bring my hackle forward. Make one wrap right in front of the one behind it. Okay, I got 3 wraps. I'm going to bring my thread up between the barbules to the stem and bring both of them over at the same time. This will keep me from mashing some of the barbules on that hackle. Okay, I'm going to lay my scissors right on top of the eye and clip off my hackle. You take the half hitch tool, put in a half hitch. Going to take a little head cement again make a couple half hitches. Okay, we can clip our thread, and there we have the Reaper Blue Wing Olive.